Hey, I'm John, and this is a tiny book review of Peter and Max by Bill Willingham. Peter and Max is a story that takes place in the world of fables. Also, you might know the video game The Wolf Among Us. In my opinion, one of the most slept on mobile games ever. Essentially, in that world, fairy tale creatures and people are real, and they've come to our world to escape an evil adversary. That's basically all you need to know as backstory for the book. Peter and Max tells the story of two brothers, Pipers, Peter Piper and the Pied Piper. If you're not familiar with Bill Willingham's work, that might sound kind of silly, but it's actually quite serious. It's not a children's book by any stretch of the imagination. It deals with a lot of pretty adult concepts, but not in sort of a graphic kind of way. I think the fairy tale structure on its face obviously lends it to allegory really well, and he does an amazing job at that. The two brothers diverge pretty strongly with where they go in the book, and one of them descends basically into evil, and the way he plots that descent is super interesting and can be super allegorical to people's lives. I really enjoyed this book. Not perfect by any means, especially at the end. It does kind of get rushed. You can kind of tell, or I could anyway reading it, that Willingham generally writes in graphic novel form. There are a lot of really beautiful illustrations. They're not really necessary to the story the way they would be in a graphic novel, but they do lend a sort of artistry to it that's really well done. I rate books on a scale of 1 to 5. 4 and up means that I think anybody should read it. 3 to 4 means I think some people maybe should read it, and then 3 below I means nobody should read it. I would probably put this at like a 3.7, 3.6, 3.7. Definitely a solid book. I really personally enjoyed it, but I'm also kind of a really big fan of this universe in general. So if you are a fan of the Fable universe or graphic novels in general, this is a great place to start. Also, if you are someone who doesn't read traditional novels but does read graphic novels, this might be a great place to get into reading traditional or more traditional novels. Either way, check it out and go read a book. Bye.